Williams, he's actually returning here, and he was actually one of the factor inside for the Javelinas back in 2009 when Coach Pete Peterson took his team all the way to the opening round of the NCAA Division II tournament. So even though they were exited there by Central Missouri, you know, they were still a pretty good team, and that's the best team so far. But, you know, he likes the way this team looks as Williams gets to jump against Evan Madison. The tip's going to be controlled by the Javelinas, handled by junior Ryan Lassard, 5'10", out of Louisiana Baton Rouge Community College. And there's Wallace from the outside, and that's going to be a quick three ball by the Javelinas as they get up on top first. And Reed Wallace seen the floor sparingly last year, you know, played mostly behind his brother. But both Wallaces shoot the ball really, really good, so something to look at here. Ryan McLucas and the Dust Devils trying to set something up. Taking their time, it's going to go inside them to Madison. Madison's going to miss, and the Javelinas are going to bring it back down the court. And there's Darryl Nash. Attempted the three, but it's recovered by Ford. And Ford passes out, and the shot clock's reset. Dust Devils playing tough defense right now.
See both teams coming out early and playing strong defense.
Lassard driving to the inside, and he's going to go up, and he's going to be rejected. He's going to be thrown back by Javen Reynolds, 6'6" junior out of Minneapolis. That's Scotty Payne for three. And he missed that one. Looked pretty hot during the warm-ups. And that was going to be controlled by Williams. And the Javelinas are going to bring it back down the court, up by three. 18-12 left here in the first half. They're going to go inside of Williams, and Williams is going to try to go and lay it up inside, but he's not going to be on target with that one. There's a scuffle for the ball right now, and they're going to call a jump ball. And possession arrow is going to go over to A&M International. And you're right, Colton. The defense is toughening up, especially out on the perimeter, not laying a lot of penetration either way. You saw Williams right there trying to go inside, and he struggled. The 6'5" senior out of Dallas.
But, I mean, even though he didn't win that possession on the floor, you know, you'd like to see your players play hard on the rebound, try to get every loose ball on the floor.
And McLucas setting it up. It's going to be an offensive foul. Number 32, Javen Reynolds. Lassard in control, brings it up the court. Being guarded heavily by McLucas. And Wallace is going to find Ford on the back door, and Ford's going to take it to the rim. He's going to get fouled, and that's going to be against Reynolds. Oh, they're going to give that one to Payne. That would have been Reynolds' second. And Ford's going to go to the line. Nice backdoor pass. Nice awareness by Reed Wallace to be able to find Ford heading to the basket.
Yeah, it was good eye contact there between the two players to meet up and get a good clean pass.
And there's Ford sinking another free throw. Ford's 0 for 1, but he's going to get the offensive rebound. He's going to pass it out. And Lassard's going to set it back up for the Javelinas. Payne smothering Nash on the outside, and he's going to reset it. He's going to try to drive. Lassard's going to drive inside. He's going to find Williams on the outside. Excuse me, that was Nash took the shot. Another offensive rebound by the Javelinas, and the Javelinas just finding possessions here and there. All the way to Williams in the back door, and he's not going to get there. He's going to fall down, and he's going to lag behind the group.
You see A&M International playing some strong defense in the post.
And the Havalina is getting the penetration, but just really good defense by the Dust Devils. And Payne's going to pass it down. And the Dust Devils are going to get on the board. Number 32, Jarvin Reynolds, is going to get the points there. And A&M International on the board. 4-2 Javelinas. Sorry to Nash. Nash is going to go on the inside. He's going to get rejected. Credit Madison for the rejection there from the Dust Devils. Payne thought about it. And there's Madison on the inside, tying the game up. And Wallace out on the open floor, and he's going to get called for the travel there. And the Javelinas are going to turn it over. Reed Wallace had a clear shot to the basket, but unable to finish on that one as he's going to get called for the travel. 4-4, timeout, A&M International. 15:50 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, you see the Javelinas jump out to an early 4-point lead. But with the A&M National tighten up their defense, they're down in the post, and A&M was able to penetrate but weren't able to score.
And while we have the time, the Havalina Broadcasting Network is sponsored in part by Embroid Me. They're located on 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas, 78363. And you can find them at 361-592-4700. Embroid Me, official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. From all your embroidery needs, from shirts, polos, jackets to plaques. Embroid. And we're going to get set to continue here as both teams come out of the timeout. 4 points apiece here. Less than 5 minutes gone by. Good. You know, it's not that the Javelinas aren't getting to the basket. They're able to, break the strong defense of TAMIU, but they recover. It looks like their defense collapses, and once the Javelinas get penetration, they're right back to it. So, quick team.
Looks like the Javelinas are not messing with the matchups, as the Texas A&M International is with some big guys down in the post, and it looks like we have a size differential between the players.
Looks like the backcourt has a little bit of a height advantage too, as the bigger Payne working on the side right now at the point. McLucas going against Ford. They're going to pass it out, and it's going to be a miss there. Looks like they're going to call the foul on Robert Williams. Looks like it's going to be his first. They're going to try to go downstairs to Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to shoot over Williams, and he's going to miss. It's going to be corralled by Joe Reed underneath. And they're going to call the foul, and it looks like it's going to be on Javelina's number 23, Marshall Bond, the third.
You see the Javelinas committing a lot of fouls here early in the first part, and that's the reason that they've let A&M get back and just tie it up at 4-4.
It looks like they're going to give the foul to Nash with Joe Reed at the line, missing the first one. Lessard's going to sit down while Antonio Banks, a 5'8", Grand Rapids native out of Nesho County Community College, is going to check in. They're going to miss both, and it's going to be crowd by Williams. And Banks is going to bring it up for the Javelinas as they move quickly down court. Ford gets a screen by Williams. He's going to shoot, and it's going to be an air ball. And the Dust Devils are going to come back down the floor. It's going to be corralled by Nash, and Nash is going to get out to Banks as the Javelinas is regrouping. Able to get the stop there on that defensive possession. And Williams is going to try to work on go to the inside. trying to put the move on Reynolds, but he's going to get the ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover.
You see both the teams are going a little bit of drought here. It's either the shoes not out. It's that both teams just having stronger defenses right now. Not letting anyone get to the hoop and put up a shot.
Yeah, points surely harder to come by here in the last couple of minutes. 14-15 left here in the first half, 4-all. Coming up on a minute since the last time either team scored. And good defense on the inside, Marshall Bond, as number 10, McLucas, tried to get it into Joe Reed on the inside. But Bond's tightening up the defense there, and Banks coming the other way. They're going to go into Bond. Bond's going to try to shoot over Reed, and he's going to try the bank, and it's not going to be there. And Brian Schaefer is going to tap the ball out of bounds as he's trying to take control of it, and the Javelinas are going to regain possession.
Yeah, so either team has fine. You have to find a rhythm out on the court. You're going up to a minute and a half with no one scoring, and the shots are there. It's just that some of them aren't dropping for the Javelinas early in the game.
And now as we have Nash inbounding. And they're going to try to go up to 4, but it looks like he was corralled there by Payne, and the Javelinas are still going to control it. Banks is going to work on the outside. And Banks shoots over McLucas. That's a 3. The Javelinas' second three-pointer of the game. And the Javelinas lead 7-4, 13:28 left here in the first half. The ball being passed around here quite a bit by A&M International. Under 10 on the shot clock, and Payne's going to try to go up, and he's going to find a couple of Javelinas there, but it's going to be Schaefer there for the tip-in as A&M International pulls it in 1.
Yeah, it looks like A&M International was playing hot potato there with the ball. They didn't know who wanted it.
Yeah, they ran deep into the shot clock there. Shot wasn't taken until 7 seconds left. And here's Banks going to try another shot, and that one's going to come up short, and it looks like he's going to come down on his ankle as Banks is writhing in pain on the floor after that shot. Came down a little bit gingerly on that one. We're going to check it. And Banks looks like he's in pain right now as the trainers are going to come out. Banks is writhing right now. Trying to take the shot. It looked like he had a little bit of a heat check there, but he came down just a little bit gingerly as everything happened a little bit fast there. Happens all the time in basketball when coming down from a jump shot. Either come down on somebody's leg or you roll your ankle.
Yeah, that's one thing you want to see someone, though, come down with an injury of that, especially with the knee injuries are common in basketball, so you really hope it's not something too severe on him.
Banks looks very upset. He looks more frustrated than in pain at this point. As he's being helped up and wobbling off right now. Doesn't look like any pressure, and looks like it's gonna be the right ankle. And Coach Feet regrouping right now. Looks like Ashton Brown is gonna come back in. Excuse me. It's gonna be Lassard that's gonna come back in after Banks, the backup point guard. It looks like he's going to be done for the night. Looks like that ankle's pretty bad. Couldn't put any kind of pressure on it. Passing to McLucas, but referee's still resetting. Here we go. McLucas bringing it up, and now it's Schaefer. Madison's going to try a shot from the inside, and he's not going to get there. Looks like they're going to call a foul offensively, and it's going to be on A&M International's Evan Madison, 6'10" senior, center. And the Javelinas, that's 20, Raymond Robinson, he's going to miss, and Drew Drew Oyebuchi trying for the rebound, number 5 for the Javelinas.
Yeah, you see so far on the offensive side, the Havelinas making a bunch of early penalties. That's their 4th one on the night already.
And that was Ashton Brown out of Coastal Bend Community College, transfer, 5'10" junior, missing the shot there. But he's going to get touched, and it's going to be free throws for him, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 3 of them. Depending on where his foot was. And Brown's going to sink the first. Brown, another one of those transfers we were talking about earlier. They have changed the face of this team here. Now the team has more of an experienced veteran feel to it. But a lot of these players are first NCAA Division II action. A lot of them, as we mentioned, are from community colleges around the nation. Havalina is leading 10-6 with 12 minutes left to go here in the first half.
It's good to see that when you have that many shots at the free throw line, you're able to sink all 3 of them. Easy points.
Pass downstairs to Salter, and the ball's going to get taken away, and the Javelinas making their way down to court. Lissard ahead of the pack. Regrouping, he's going to pass it out to Williams, and Williams is going to drive all the way inside. He's just going to try to drop it in there, and the ball rims in and out. It's going to be a timeout here by the Javelinas as Ryan Lacer, as Drew Onebuche going to get the foul call on him, and that's going to be So, while we have the time, we wanted to let you know that the Havalina Broadcast Network is sponsored by Embroidery, the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network, and for all your embroidery needs, for all your polos, shirts, to jackets, to trophies and plaques, embroidery, located on 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas, 78363. And you can also reach them at 361-592-4700.
So, Mark, what do you got to say about the game so far?
You know, the shots are there for the Javelinas, and they're able to get the opportunities. And A&M International is really good at, making the extra pass there on some of their possessions. But, they just have trouble on the attacking penetration as well as the Javelinas. Once they get in there, they get knocked around a little bit. But they're getting there, and they're shooting the ball very well so far. A couple of three-pointers here early on, so not too bad.
And like we were talking about earlier, that the Havelinas do have a size differential as A&M International comes in with a bunch of tall guys, and some of the guys on the Havelinas can't match up as far as height-wise.
Exactly. Not many people under. In fact, the entire roster for A&M International, with the exception of number 22, Danny Rosas, is over 6 feet. And Javelinas have a couple under 6 feet here. As McLucas is working on Ashton Brown. And Madison trying to go inside, but going nowhere. Passes out to Schaefer, and Schaefer's going to throw it up with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And there's going to be a loose foul under loose ball foul. It's going to be on the center, Javen Reynolds. A loose ball foul there. It's going to be the 5th foul on A&M International. It's going to be their 15th foul here over the first half. Lissard and the Javelinas taking their time setting up here. And Lissard's going to try to take McLucas off the dribble. And they're going to call McLucas on the push-off.
Somewhat of a low-scoring game so far. There's only 16 points have been scored between the two teams.
And a couple of fouls. A&M International already with their 6th foul there. And they're still they still haven't broke double digits yet. halfway through the first half here. 10:43 left in the first half. And Williams trying to go inside, and he's going to get knocked around a bit, and the ball's going to come out loose. And the attempted pass, it looks like it was going to be tipped by the Javelinas, and A&M International going to retain possession here. Is Brian Schaefer going to pass the ball in? That's Tyree Murray who tried the three, but the Javelinas able to corral it, come down with the rebound.
You see the A&I coach getting a little upset there as he's thinking that shot came a little too early in the shot clock possession for his team.
I always want to try to set up and maybe throw the extra pass. And the Javelinas' Raymond Robinson attempted that three. A couple of misses here by the Javelinas. 10-6, 10 minutes to go here in the first half. And Payne's going to try to go inside and pass it underneath. Number 32, Jalen Reynolds, who was breaking to the basket, but he's going to get called for the travel. It's going to be a turnover, and the Javelinas going to get the ball back. Ashton Brown going to get the... Oh, and Williams' pass out to Lessard is going to get it intercepted by Payne. And Payne's going to go in and not going to be able to finish on the other side. And A&M International having trouble finishing. And Williams on the breakaway all by himself going to lay it in. Easy basket over the breaking Schaefer. Javelinas up 12-6. And A&M International cannot finish underneath the basket. A couple of easy shots there. You see Payne try to go in. He misses. Reynolds tried to get the rebound. He crowded. He missed.
You see Williams, that big boy. That's the only person you used to see running the fast break down the court.
And the Javelinas missed that presence last year as Williams, a really, really big asset on that national tournament team. And Schaefer's going to get inside, and he's going to get fouled, and he's going to get the and one attempt coming up. Excuse me, that was Madison. And Marshall Bond's going to get called with that foul. It's going to be his first 14th foul on the Javelinas. Evan Madison, 6'10 senior at Everett, Washington. University of Alaska Fairbanks was his last college before arriving here at Texas A&M International. What a difference in the climate. University of Alaska Fairbanks, quite a ways away.
I was saying this is like a
not really a
Laredo compared to us.
Not really a Laredo kind of setting. As Lessard tries to go inside, but that's going to be rebounded by Sakamwa. 32, Solomon Sakamwa. 6'4 junior out of Van Nuys, California. Transfer out of Glendale Community College. In on the rebound there. Ashton Brown passing it in. Sarge's going to try to set up the Javelinas here. And Brown's going to take that one, and it's going to be rebounded by Bond. The Javelinas are going to reset, try to set the offense back up. For the top of the key, guarded by Schaefer. Sakamwa tried to set the screen there.
Another penalty. It seems like we have more penalties than shots attempted here in the first half.
Yeah, the Javelinas not getting a shot every time back down the court. And Antonio Banks is back in, able to just to walk it off, rolling his knee there, his ankle there just a little bit, but he's going to come back in, and Coach Pete is going to regain the depth. He has a point guard right now. And not seeming to bother him too much as Banks staying step for step with Payne, and the Javelinas interior defense striking again. And aggressive move by Ashton Brown there, trying to swat the ball away, and he got up pretty high there.
Look at a dangerous shot there. I mean, a dangerous attempt there because they could have seriously messed up your shoulder.
Exactly. You know, you already seen Banks leave the floor with the soft ankle. Schaefer going to rebound here, and Reed Wallace is going to come back in as Bond's going to take a seat. drying up the floor here as we get ready to go to free throws. Or excuse me, they're going to rebound the ball. Schaefer tossing in on the inbound.
Another penalty, this time going against the Dust Devils of A&M International.
And Havalina is going to take possession here again and lost the opportunity as the Javelinas enter the bonus. And Banks trying to penetrate it, but he's going to get the ball tipped away. He's going to get it out to Brown. Brown going to try to put a move on Murray. It's going to be turnover there on Javelinas. And it's going to be an immediate timeout by A&M International. And while we have the time, the Havalina Broadcast Network is, again, sponsored in part by Embroidery. Embroidery for all your embroidery needs, from shirts, polos, jackets, and plaques. Embroidery. Official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network, and you can locate them at 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas, 78363. And you can also get them on the phone at 361-592-4700. Again, that's Embroidery, official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. And 7:40 left here to go left in the first half. The Javelina is leading 12-9 here in a low-scoring game. But then again, the Javelina is not notoriously a high-scoring team. But then again, we haven't really seen a team that can shoot the three ball this well. Had a couple of guys last year that can shoot the ball rather well. And guys like Adam Morris, Ryan Wallace, I mentioned, was pretty good.
I know it's still only a 3-point game, but you like what you see from both teams' defenses so far. I mean, both of them, no one's gotten past 15 points yet. And A&M International still have yet to reach double digits, as they only have 9 points so far in the half.
Yeah, and they had a couple of opportunities at the rim earlier, but not able to finish there. That's going to be a miss by McLucas. Another miss attempt there by A&M International. And Banks brings it up. Ford in control of it, going to try to take Schaefer off the rebound. Wallace hits the screen. Banks comes off it, shoots, misses. Looks like we're going to have a loose ball here. It's going to be on Schaefer, it looks like. It's going to send Solomon Sikamwa to the line for the Javelinas. It's going to be 18 fouls here in the half already for A&M International. And Sikamwa is going to make the first one. He gets a second here.
Most of the team's points on both sides have been scored by free throws.
So which proves both teams are getting inside the paint. This will be time here, and Sikamwa sits down. They're going to bring back in Drew Onebuchi.
The 5-point lead is the biggest lead that the Havalinas have had all night, even though it's so early, or kind of late in the first half, as the Havalinas lead 14-9 over the A&M International Dust Devils.
And they're going to have a travel call there, and that one's going to be on McLucas, and the Dust Devils are going to turn it back over to the Javelinas. The Javelinas, it looks like they have a little bit of a run in them right now, as the momentum's starting to go completely in their favor. As Banks going to bring the ball up. Wallace wide open, and the ball's going to rim in and out, but Ford's going to get in on the action. He's going to rebound it there. Onebuchi had a shot at it, but Payne comes up with it, and A&M International is going to run back down the court. Payne's going to try to drive it in, but he's going to miss it, and Ford has open court all in front of him, and he's going to slam it down. Marcus Ford throws it down on A&M International's Joe Reed. The Javelinas up 16-9, 6:15 left to go here in the first half, and Marcus Ford didn't have much room separated from the opponent, but he had the speed.
Yeah, it's definitely one thing that's going to last thing the A&M National wanted was such a dunk like that to get the crowd back into the game for the Javelinas.
Yeah, it's trying to at least have a chance in it if you can keep the crowd out of it and keep the defense up. But the Javelinas trying to open up a sizable lead here, up by 5, but it's a pretty good margin considering the way the defenses are playing here. And Ford's going to come off the dribble, and he's going to take it at Reed again, and he's going to let that one fall in, and he's going to go to the line for an and one. Marcus Ford turning it on right now for the Javelinas as they lead 18-11, under 6 minutes to play here in the first half.
Yeah, like I said, A&M International was able to put the lid on Ford here early in the game, but these past minute or so, Marcus Ford has busted out, and so far he's making A&M International pay for it.
Exactly, with the dunk and the and one conversion right there. 5 quick points for Marcus Ford here in about the last minute for the Javelinas as they lead 19-11. 8-point lead, the biggest here. Payne's going to get it to Schaefer, and Reed's going to set the screen. Schaefer's going to fall down. They're going to get it back to Reed. And he's going to get charged with the with the charge there. It's going to be Onyebunchi on the floor setting himself for the charge. Good job there by the 6'6" guy out of Houston. Transfer out of New Jersey Tech.
And the Javelinas will look to come down the floor and see if they can possibly push us to their first double-digit lead of the night as they're up by 8 right now.
And Banks trying to get past McLucas, but they aren't going to let him. And Nash is going to go to the hole, and he's going to drop it in. And Nash goes aggressively to the hole, and the Javelinas up by 10. The Javelinas just starting to open up the penetration here for A&M International, and not having an answer for some of the backdoor cuts and just the quickness of the Javelinas.
Yeah, it's starting to show that they have the speed on the team to drive it deep into the post.
And Madison's going in on the post. And it looks like they're going to call it a travel, and another turnover for the Javelinas, and they are well in control right now. 21-11, 5:54 left in the first half. And the Javelinas' flurry of offense has just opened up right now. Javelinas looking really good.
Yeah, this is definitely the one thing International did not want to happen. They got Marcus dunk on that dunk earlier, brought the crowd back in, and now they're starting to get easy points here. And it seems like the fans starting to get into it a little bit.
And Reed Wallace just tried to throw that one and lead Onyebunchi, but he couldn't quite get it to him, and he threw it just a little out of his reach. Rare mistake by the Javelinas so far. Possession is going to go back over to A&M International. 4:37 left.
The Javelinas still have a 10-point lead with about 4.5 minutes left in the first half. We like to see what the Javelinas have done here late. They picked up the intensity a little bit. The energy is definitely better than it was early in the first half. And their defense has tightened up a little bit on the A&M International.
Yeah, they're holding real tight there when the ball gets back out to the perimeter, not allowing for much penetration. And Madison's going to try to come set a screen for McLucas, and Madison's going to be wide open at the top of the key. Passes it back to McLucas. McLucas is going to fire. He's going to miss. Madison there for the rebound. And Onyebunchi is going to come out from behind and foul him. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and Madison is going to get the ball at the line. So he's going to go shoot free throws. Right now we're going to get Robert Williams and Marshall Bond check back into the game. Once we get a dead ball. Wallace and Onyebunchi going to sit down for the Javelinas. And President Talon has checked into Kingsville Hampton in court right now. He's taking his seat as Madison sinks 2 to bring A&M International to within 8 points. And Lassard back in for the Javelinas. Javelinas with the 8-point lead. They're going to go into Williams, working on Madison. And Nash is going to take the long 3, and here going to miss. A nice tip-in by Raymond Robinson. 6'4" man out of Corpus Christi coming in for the tip-in.
Yeah, you like to show that he's showing off his elevation there as he's able to get up high to get the rebound and the putback.
And Williams all over that defensive rebound. The Javelinas pushing it up court. Nassar going to give it to Williams. Williams going to put a couple of moves on Madison. He's going to try to shoot over him. Comes up just short. And Williams wants the jump ball, but they're going to call the foul. And Robert Williams is going to get called for his second foul of the game. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go. 10-point lead for the Javelinas. I have another media timeout here. And the Havalina Broadcasting Network is sponsored in part by Embroid Me for all your embroidery needs, from everything from shirts, jackets, trophies, and plaques. Embroid Me. Located on 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas 78363. And you can get a hold of them on the phone at 361-592-4700. Again, that's Embroid Me, the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. The Havalina's looking really good here the last 4 minutes or so. Marcus Ford dunking, driving, getting it done at the free throw line. And the Havalina's in business, up 23-13.
And you like to see is there's a lot of fans in the stands. You know, I can see the community come out and support the hometown team. You know, as people started compiling in, just as the first half is getting underway, and you like to see this good turnout from the audience of this for their first home game.
Yeah, and I guess the word must be out on how good the team's going to be. I mean, the team looks very, very, very revamped this year. Different attitude, a lot more positive energy going into the season as opposed to last year. So here we go. At the line, number 14 for the Dust Devils does not have any information on him on the roster. But as soon as we get that information to you, we'll relay it. But he does get the 2 points here for the Dust Devils, 23-15. Javelina's trying to move up the floor really quickly. And nice awareness by Solomon Sakamwa as he was wide open on the fast break, and the Javelinas wasted no time getting it to him. Underneath the basket, easy lay-in. And Bond trying to get to it quickly there. Wide open is McLucas in the corner. He's going to come up short. It's going to hit the rim. The Javelinas are going to go up the court with it, and that's going to be Sakamwa again. And he's going to go to the line for an and one attempt. The Javelinas airing it out. Running up court, getting the job done in the fast break, and the Javelinas up 12 points, 27-15, 2:44 left here in the first half.
Yeah, you definitely like the intensity of the Javelina offense and defense late in this first half, as they turned a tie game at 4-4 and has turned it into a 13-point lead, leading 27-15. Yeah, and it looks like A&M International has not had any answer for the offense or defense of the Javelinas right now, late in this first half.
And Havalina is able to get out in traffic a little bit faster now that A&M International's defense is lagging just a bit. And they're missing shots, and Havalina is getting a little bit too aggressive. Looks like they're going to call number 23, Marshall Bond, on the push-off against Ian Salter. Salter going to go to the line. The Javelina's 19th foul of the quarter, and both teams have entered the bonus. You were talking about it earlier, Colton, how tight both defenses were and how low scoring the game was, but now the Javelina is just able to open it up here. Seeing something in the Dust Devil defense and currently just taking advantage of it. The Javelina is cutting to the basket quickly. Penetration's working, taking less low percentage shots. And
I think the Javelinas finally realized that looking at the international team, as the Javelinas get a rebound and trying to run the fast break, but stop the clock to bring it back. Try to see if they get something set up here.
Lassard trying to put the dribble on Schaefer, but he's going to reset, calling the play at the top of the key, and here we go. Brown's going to set up, quick three. It's going to be missed. Schaefer's going to get the rebound. A&M International has the one-man advantage right now, and Schaefer's going to go to the basket. He's going to lay it up and finish. 18-28, under 2 minutes to go left here in the first half. Javelinas lead by 10. Lassard waving off the play, working on McLucas, taking his time. He's going to try to dribble in. He's going to find Nash in the corner, and Nash is going to miss pretty bad, and the Dust Devils are going to bring it back up the court.
Havalina have quick hands on defense, and it's paying off. They get yet another steal against this international team.
As that pass from McLucas was swatted away by a couple of those fast hands, and A&M International obviously frustrated coming back down the other way as there was a foul, and it looks like it's going to be free throw attempts for Ashton Brown. He's going to go to the line. Amnebushi going to check back in along with Marcus Ford. Bond's going to have a seat. Bond's going to have a seat, and so is Nash. Brown's going to be at the free throw line. 29-18, 1:21 left here in the first half. Brown shoots, makes the free throw. Javelina's advantage by 12. Javelina's keeping the lid on defense. Not allowing for the easy penetration. McLucas trying to get it in to Madison, and Madison is not going to be able to save it. He's going to step out of bounds. Another turnover by the Dust Devils, and we are at 1 minute left here in the first half.
The Javelinas are going to try to see if they can actually push up this lead more before halftime.
A&M International pressing hard right now, and the Javelinas is able to get it over half court. And Ford going to run, set up his shot, going to miss. Bushi was there for the rebound, taps it out. It's controlled by Brown. Lassard's going to get it on the outside. Bushi's going to be there for the screen. Lassard's going to try to drive to the basket. Nobody's going to be there. Tries to pass it back in to Sakamwa. A&M International on the break. McLucas going to get rejected by Ford. And the Javelinas call a timeout before they regain possession. Smart move there by the Javelinas.
Coach Pierce is going to be happy about that last offensive transaction, as he thinks that they could have gotten a better shot. And he looks kind of like he's going to tell them something there in the huddle.
Yeah, but you saw Brown try to drive to the basket there, but Lassard thought he had Sakamwa cut him, but was not on the same page with him. At least it's not as long as he needed to be. .9 left to go here in the first half. Javelina's leading 30-18. Javelina's surge here in the latter parts of the first half have them up by 12 points and looking pretty good. Ashton Brown controlling the point. As the Javelina's small backcourt of Lassard and Brown.
I think the Javelinas are going to play here for the last shot of the half.
Oh, and the ball hit Brown in the face and it gets turned over, and the Javelinas get back on defense. Payne's going to try to shoot over before the buzzer. That's going to be the end of the first half. Javelinas 30, A&M International 18. The Javelinas. So the Javelinas looking pretty good right now. Close for about the first half of the first half, but the Javelinas able to open it up via Marcus Ford. Ford having a pretty big surge there for a couple of minutes there.
Yeah, one thing you notice too is that, like we said earlier, that A&M International does have the height advantage here. But I think Coach Pete and the Javelinas have found a way, noticing that they have maybe not the tallest people, but definitely the faster ones, that they're doing all these backcourt cuts. So it looks like Coach Peterson found the weakness in the A&M International defense.
As you mentioned, Colton, fast hands on the interior defense. The Javelinas just have quick hands moving in there, so causing a lot of turnovers. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back with you with the Havalina Broadcast Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kingsville Hampton in court. The Havelinas is currently holding a 30-18 advantage over Texas A&M International here at the half. Just about 3.5 minutes away from the second half starting, and let's go over a couple of key statistics here. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well. The Havelinas shooting the ball at 26.1, and that's A&M International, while the Havelinas is shooting the ball at a scorching 29% here, as the Havelinas shooting 9 for 31, and A&M International shooting 6 for 23. 0 for 6 from the three-point line. The Havelinas, though, 2 for 13 there in that department. Not too much better, but the Havelinas are shooting 90% from the line, 10 for 11, and the Havelinas scoring 10 points there. More than half of A&M International's points at the line. And the big shooters for the Havelinas, for the Havelinas, Marcus Ford, 2 for 5, including a dunk and an and-one opportunity. Ford, 2 for 3 from the line also, and a couple of rebounds for him. So the Havelinas out-rebounding the A&M International 23-18. So the Havelinas have that on the boards. And A&M International also turning the ball over more than the Havelinas, 12-9. And the Havelinas have 5 steals as a team. So the Havelinas looking pretty good right now, especially in the interior. Keeping up the defense, the quick hands, all about that here in the first half, Colton. So what are some of the things you were noticing there on both sides? Some of the tendencies tended to change there as we progress deeper into the first half.
The thing I'd like to see is definitely, both teams come out a little, I don't want to say sluggish, but, not up to par. But it seemed like after the Havelinas were able to get a couple of easy shots that, their intensity definitely picked up both on offensively and defensively on the ball, as they were, like I said earlier, able to turn a measly 4-point lead into a 12-point lead that they took into halftime. Their defense has definitely stepped up. Like we said, both teams not really shooting too well from the field, but, defense is to stick up for both teams, but having a defense, playing just a little bit better as they're able to carry this 12-point lead right now and see if they're going to extend it during the second half.
And we expected probably the Havelinas to be shooting a little better from downtown. Only 2 for 13. Reed Wallace and Antonio Banks hitting three-pointers, but, you saw Banks go down there with the rolled ankle, but luckily he was able to come in. So got some pretty good playing time. That Banks played 6 minutes there, and Marcus Ford playing 15 minutes of that first half, so he's been getting quite a bit of minutes there as a starter. So here we go, getting ready for the second half. Javelinas 9 for 31 from the floor, 10 for 11 at the line. So the Javelinas looking good right now, playing, I don't want to say lights out basketball, but they're playing well right now.
Yeah, like we said, I was talking about, you just want to see the Havelinas keep out here and hopefully they didn't lose any of their momentum that they had going into halftime, coming out of halftime, because, A&M National has the speed to, definitely come back in this.
Starting the half for the Havelinas is going to be Marcus Ford, Darryl Nash, Reed Wallace, Robert Williams, and Ryan Lassard. (30-18). A&M International to inbound. Number 14, Armando Brito. Madison being corralled by Nash, and Brito coming around, setting it up on the interior. Brito finds McLucas wide open to the right side, and he's going to miss. Going to be corralled by Williams underneath, and the Havelinas are going to get control of the ball.
Like we said, A&M National yet to make a three-pointer, as that was their 7th attempt, and they are 0 for 7 on the night for three-point attempts.
Lassard taking McLucas off the dribble, but McLucas staying with them. Wallace getting into Williams. Going to throw it for Lassard. Almost throws it over his head, and Lassard's going to drive it in. Going to spin, going to go up with it. Williams is there. He's going to put it back up, and Williams bails him out. Easy bucket there for the Havelinas. And Williams having himself quite an impressive game in his return home debut for the Javelinas since 2009. And Williams is going to steal it, and he has fast break in front of him. Payne is the only man that can catch him, and he's going to go up with it. Payne's going to foul him, and Robert Williams is going to get the and one. Robert Williams right now, 4 quick points for the Javelinas. The Javelinas opening it up, 34-18.
Yeah, I don't know what Coach Pearson said during halftime, but apparently it's working right now early. As they want to make a statement for the Javelinas early.
One of the guys that Coach Peterson really actually trusts, one of the leaders, looked to him and Marcus Ford this year, to actually put a nice vocal attitude out there. But he says for the most part, the camaraderie on his team is really, really good. Well, you're right, Colton. Robert Williams, beast coming out of the halftime. 4 quick points for the Hogs. So Williams going to try to finish up the and one opportunity after Payne fouled him on the fast break. Williams puts it up. He misses it. It's going to be corralled by Madison, and Payne's going to bring it the other way for the Dust Devils. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Reed Wallace, who they're going to call that foul on. It's going to be a second personal. It's going to be a traveling call. Number 32, Jaden Reynolds. And he's upset coming down the other way. Havalina's up 34-18. Sard working on McLucas, trying to get something going here. He's going to pass it to Williams on the perimeter. He's going to go, and he's going to go back to the line as he drives on Reynolds. And Williams just becoming a force to be reckoned with here.
Definitely a man on a mission, as that is his second time going for
an and one attempt. 6 straight points here. Going to try to make it 7. Williams on a tear right now. The Javelinas is getting anything they want on the interior as long as Williams is around. Nice to have a dependable post presence. He's gonna get that one to fall. 7 straight points by Williams. All 7 points for the Javelinas here in the second half. Reed Wallace is going to sit back down. As Sakamwa is going to come back in, and the Javelinas are going to play big on the interior. And Payne trying to get Joe Reed on the fast break, but they're going to go in, and it's going to be a charge on guess who? Williams is going to be there for the charge. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Reed.
You see a little intensity building up on the international team as they little frustration as they not able to get anything to drop, getting a bunch of penalties called against them.
Williams is going to try to corral it back in. He's going to get Sakamwa, and Sakamwa is going to get rejected by Madison. And Payne's going to get the rebound. Nice defensive effort by A&M International, one of the first in quite a while. And here they are trying to get some points out of it. And the Javelina defense regrouping good. Schaefer on the outside against the smaller Lassard. Payne's going to try to get something going, and Ford's going to tip it away, and Williams is going to get it. And Javelinas have numbers coming down. Williams is going to try to go on Madison, but the ball's going to be tipped out, and they're going to call it out on Williams. Doesn't like that call as he was trying to drive on Madison. Deep to Madison, trying to put a spin move. And nice, easy, fundamental lay-in there by A&M International. And they now trail 37-20. 17 minutes to go here in the second half. Javelinas taking their time. About to be on inside of 10 seconds on the shot clock. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on McLucas. Going to get a call for the foul. That's going to be the 3rd. for McLucas. It's going to be the fourth for the A&M International this half. 37-20. Inside of 17 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that's been hurting International tonight is the penalties. As they went into the bonus early in the first half, looks like they're right on their way there as they pick up their fourth early foul early in the second half.
And Robert Williams trying to take Reed off the dribble. Ford gets that deflection. Lassard all the way open. And Robert Williams is going to get that rebound, going to try to put it back in. And Ford comes up with it. And Ford's going to get it out to Sakamwa, and they're going to reset with Lassard on the outside. Ford taking control of the point right now. Sakamwa is going to come on the screen. They're going to pass it out to Lassard, and Lassard's not going to get to the pass. Careless pass by Marcus Ford. Turnover Javelinas. A&M International takes control of it again. Good sequence of events there for the Javelinas, but unable to finish and put the points on the board. So Williams and Sakamwa are going to sit down. And so is Nash. So on the floor for the Javelinas, you have Lassard, Bonds, Banks, Ford, and Omnibuchi, excuse me. And McLucas from straight away downtown is going to miss.
Looks like A&M National is trying to get back in the game with three-point shots, but they're just not dropping for them, as they have yet to make a single three-pointer on the night.
And Banks controlling it at the point, being guarded by Schaefer, who has a hand in his face. They're going to reset to Ford at the point. And Banks coming off around, trying to cut. Banks going to take control. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Banks trying to play. He's going to get the screen from Bonds. Banks is going to throw it up there. He's going to airball it. And if nobody's going to be there, it's going to be a shot clock violation. We're going to have a media timeout here, and the Havalina Broadcast Network is sponsored by Embroider Me. Embroider Me, the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. For all your embroidery needs, from polos, jackets, to trophies and planks, Embroidery, located on 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas, 78363. Also get a hold of them by phone at 361-592-4700. Again, that's Embroidery, the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network.
Mark, what do you like so far from the Javelinas early in the second half so far?
Well, they're starting to go to the interior more, and Williams is really picking it up. I've always wanted the Javelinas to get a nice big post presence that they can rely on, and it looks like they have their man in Williams. You know, a player that has been described as growing up as opposed to where he was a couple of years ago. Still a good talented player on his own, but Coach Pete likes it. He's grown up just a little bit, and now it's a whole different mentality. So A&M International down by 17 here, 37-20. Trying to get back in it as the Javelinas, tightening up the defense and sparking up the offense. The Javelinas picking up the defense. They're corralling Reed right now. He gets it out to Schaefer, and he's going to bounce it off his foot, and the Javelinas are going to regain it and take control of it. Bonds almost threw it away there. He's going to get it to Banks, and Banks is going to get the taller Schaefer in his face as Banks is going to reset with McLucas on him. Javelinas working the ball around to everybody right now as they're taking their time. They're inside of 10 seconds on the shot clock. Banks is going to hesitate to go inside. He's going to bring it into Bonds. Bonds going to find Ford cutting to the basket, and Ford's going to drive it into the middle of the lane. He's going to just toss it in there. Nice touch by Ford. 39-20. Javelinas, 13:47 left to go here in the second half.
What you said earlier, you know, we're saying earlier, but both teams being able to not be able to find the basket here. But it looks like the Javelinas have picked it up on the field, on the court actually. Sorry, my bad.
Ball of football.
Yeah. Yeah, so they would pick up their shot selection on the court. Shooting definitely better they are in the first half as they've opened up this 12-point lead to a 19-point lead. And another thing I like to see is their defense actually stepping up a lot with Williams and, you know, the lineup they have right now on the court.
Now the Javelinas opening the second half up on a 9-2 run in the first 7 minutes. Not, like I said, not a lot of scoring by each side, but the Javelinas really putting a lopsided touch to it. As Brito is trying to take control of it, he's going to drive into the lane. He's going to dump it off to Madison. But Brito is going to be called with the charge. And taking the charge is going to be number 5 for the Javelinas, Amnebuchi. Amnebuchi having himself a pretty solid game tonight here. Getting it down on the rebounds and the boards.
Yeah, see the Javelinas getting a lot of those calls going their way as far as the charging foul, as they're able to put themselves in position to draw the foul.
So the Javelinas playing really strong fundamental basketball. And there's Ashton Brown from three-point land, and he's going to get that one to fall. His second of the game. Javelinas lead by 22, and they're running away with it right now. And Brito trying to break the screen, and the faster Ashton. Javelinas is doing really good right now on the perimeter defense, not letting any penetration for it. And they're going to get it down to Brito, being guarded by Bonds. He's going to find nothing there. And Ashton's going to take it to the other way, and he's going to get fouled. He's not going to get that one to fall, but Ashton Brown being hurt right now, and just dropped a three-pointer and try to add to it, driving to the basket. He's going to go to the line for a couple. And the Javelinas is getting scoring from everywhere, and they look like a well-oiled machine right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're definitely one of those teams that looks, trying to get into the momentum of the game. And once they get that momentum on there, they start clicking. It's all paying together right now as they're turning this into a 22-point lead. They seem to be starting to pull away for good over here against A&M International.
Yes, indeed. And way, way different story from the start of the game. Both teams playing defense, but now it looks like all Javelinas. And they have more than doubled up on A&M International. Javelinas up by 23 at the moment.
You see Javelinas going back to the line like we said earlier, A&M International struggling so far in the game with penalties as they've had, seems like more penalties than points right now, as they send Javelinas to the line, and it looks like they're in the bonus already, as their 5th foul of the half already, with still 12 minutes left remaining in the game.
We'll be in the bonus here in a couple of fouls, but we'll get there a little quicker. It's a little bit different here in college basketball. A lot of people go to the usually 5 fouls for the bonus, but here in D2 it's going to be 7. But you do still foul out on 5. So McLucas is bringing it up. The Javelinas still swarming to the defense. And look how fast they switch off on opponents. And Antonio Banks, what a quick little speedster that guy is. It will spin out of coverage there and avoid a lot of these screens that the bigger Madison's trying to put on there, but he just can't catch or slow down Banks. We mentioned those fast hands earlier, and that's a big attribution to it. Getting to Ashton Brown. Javelinas going to go with a 30-second timeout here. So Javelinas up by 24, starting now, extending their run 14-2. And A&M International just can't find any points anywhere. And the Javelinas just running away from it. 44 points right now, 12 minutes to go. here in the second half, and Javelina is looking like a really, really well cohesive group at this moment.
A&M International, they're going to try to slowly try to ease their way back into this game as they find themselves down by 24. But if the Havelinas keep up their intensity of play like they have been since midway through the first half, then it just seems kind of a tall task for A&M International.
Especially when you're behind more than what you've scored.
Yeah, that's a very good point there, Mark. But like we said, the only reason, one way they could try to come back in the game, I don't really see it happening. Javelinas are playing too well right now, but they have to cut back on the penalties there.
Yeah, the fouls really killing them, sending the Javelinas to the line. And they got to stop the interior penetration that the Javelinas are getting so well right now. Javelinas not needing to take low percentage shots. Robinson trying to send it into Bond, but and that was Omnibuchi trying to throw it down, but he just missed it, but he's going to the line. And that's going to be on 45, Ian Salter of A&M International.
I hate to see what happened to this crowd if that shot that dunk would have went down. That would have brought the roof up on this place.
It would have gone crazy. And the Havalina Broadcast Network is sponsored in part by Embroidery. Embroidery, the official sponsor of Havalina Broadcast Network. And you can go to them for all your embroidery needs, everything from polo shirts to jackets to plaques and trophies. Embroidery, located on 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas, 78363. And you can get a hold of them by phone at 361-592-4700. Again, that's Embroidery, the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. So 11:49 to go. Javelina's 14-point lead. Coach Pete in the Javelina's 24-point lead. Javelina's talking it over there a little bit in the timeout. But so far, so good for the Javelinas. About to get their second win in a row here if they can hold it up against A&M International. But Javelinas playing really good ball right now.
I think Coach Pete just probably went in there and told him, hey, you guys are playing good. Everything's going good right now. Just see if they can, probably just told them to keep their intensity up because maybe they can, basketball, anything can happen. You can have teams going like 16-0 run. So I bet you just telling his team, keep the intensity up and they should walk away with a win tonight.
I don't want to go into a scoring drought as Omnibuchi going to miss the first one. But you look at this Javelina team, saw a team last year that struggled a lot, didn't make the tournament, one of the bottom teams in the Lone Star Conference. But, you look at this team, even though they're brand new, a lot of experience, a lot of JUCO play, and they look pretty cohesive. They look like they've been there before. They look game ready. And it's really early in the season, and they look really, really good together on the floor. Now Bucci is going to make the second one. 25-point lead for the Javelinas. 45-20, 11:49 left here in the game. That's going to be a foul on Bonds there on the Javelinas. That's going to be the 14th foul. As the Javelinas already in the 1-and-1. Oh, a nice easy attempt there, and that point's going to go to Macalucas as he lays it in on the inbound pass. And Ashton Brown being crowded by Madison, but he's able to get around and get it over. Nami Bushi is going to get a chance at it as they pass it inside to him, but he's going to go up, get fouled, get blocked, get to the line.
Even though the Javelinas aren't getting these, these post shots to fall for them, but they're able to get back there with such ease. A&M International has nothing to do but to foul to try to get them some easy points here.
As the Javelinas getting whatever they want on the interior, cutting fast, getting to the basket, driving. Bushi gets out on the fall. Speaking of interior, Marcus Ford and Robert Williams are going to come back in. Bond's going to take a seat. Wallace is going to take a seat. It looks like we're going to have Raymond Robinson get ready to check back into the game as well. Or he was coming back out. Nami Bushi's going to miss that one. Lead score 46-22, Javelinas. King driving. Kane taking the skew. Madison wide open at the top of the key for three. Ball doesn't get the friendly bounce. And Salter's there to bank it in. He's going to go to the line for an and one attempt. A&M International finding a couple of quick baskets here.
Yeah, it looks like this is one thing. That's why they're talking about. You don't want to let any. I mean, I know it's still there's still a lot of points behind, but I mean, that's the thing you want is you want the team, your opposing team, getting any kind of momentum build up here late in the game.
You don't want to get anything snowballed on top of you. Oh, and Payne. You're going to get called for the foul on Sakamwa as he tried to knock it away from him after the rebound. And Sakamwa going to the line. Sakamwa makes the first one. And Sakamwa sinks them both. 48-24, Javelinas up by 24. Payne being guarded by Ford up top. Madison going to try to set a screen on Ford. And Payne's going to have a nice lane to the basket, and Ford comes off it to intercept the pass. Going the other way for the Javelinas. On right back to A&M International. And Payne's going to get rejected by Ford. Payne thought he had an easy outing to the basket, and Ford is going to go Tayshaun Prince on him right there.
Yeah.
Reject that one.
And Coach Peterson always preaches, good defense, always don't give up on a shot. And, like what Marcus Ford did, he didn't give up towards the end and able to get the block.
It's got to be frustrating for A&M International. Javelinas taking their time as we're inside 10 minutes here. Javelinas lead by 24. They're going to go into Williams. Williams gets the double team. Out. Banks is all open. And he's going to airball that one. It's going to be easy points there for A&M International. Tyree Murray is going to get the lay in there after a long drought. Sard. He passes it forward, and Banks is gonna. They're gonna keep it on the perimeter right now. Hallie's taking their time. Play clock's at 5. And Williams and Banks are gonna sit down. Wallace is gonna come in along with Bonds for the Javelinas inside of 9 minutes to play here. Javelinas up by 22.
You see the Javelinas not taking anything off their intensity in the game so far. What you like to see from your team? As you see you get an easy steal and a fast break.
And Marcus Ford. There we go, gonna throw it down. How about a little 360 tomahawk action here at Anthony Court. Marcus Ford playing on a clinic
You see them doubly extend their lead back to 24 points. And right now it just seems like A&M National does not have their stuff going for them tonight.
Marcus Ford making a highlight reel here tonight. Had the breakaway and had an easy dunk opportunity. Throw it down, big fella.
That's the last thing that they needed too, is that not only were they down by 20-plus points, now they got the crowd into it more. Get them on their feet for that tomahawk dunk that Marcus Ford just put on A&M International.
That was pretty. 24-point lead for the Javelinas. 8:21 left here to go.
Like they say, there's no such a thing as easy points, but fast breaks probably the closest you can come to easy points.
Yes, they are. And Marcus Ford already a couple of them. And the Javelinas just working the fast break here. And the Javelinas shutting down every run that A&M National tries to go on. A 20-8 run here in the second half for the Javelinas. We're about to resume action here, and the Javelinas trying to hold on up by 24 right now, and they're just sticking it to A&M International. Cannot find any answers for the Javelinas as they are just getting shut down time after time by the Javelina defense every time they try to string together a couple of baskets. The Javelinas not having any of it. The inbound to Schaefer.
Definitely with time ticking down here, A&M International is not in a position where they can start exchanging points with A&M International. This seems kind of really one-sided right now with just under 8 minutes left in that game. The A&M International Dustdevils still find themselves down by 24 points.
So they're taking a little bit long going into the shot clock, and then they're turning the ball over. Not a good sign here, not the way to get back to the game, especially with less than 8 minutes to go here. Javelina's in control. Javelina's going to try to run down the play clock as much as possible. Lasar's going to come around the Wallace screen. He's going to drive. They're going to kick it back out, and Nash is going to reset. Shot clock coming down within 10. Kamwa sets the screen, and Lasar is going to drive in. Nice drive there. They double up on A&M International again, 26-52.
You see the Havalinas not putting up any kind of relentlessness here as they're trying to push this lead almost to a 30-point lead as they find themselves up by 26 with just about 7 minutes left in the game. So you like to see they're not giving any kind of cushion here to A&M. You're just trying to keep on pushing and playing hard throughout the whole game.
If they want to keep exchanging baskets, the Javelinas will be just fine with that as they do there. A&M International 28, Javelinas 52. And Marcus Ford gets the pass from Wallace, and he's going to throw it up, and nice little inbound pass, a little setup there from Marcus Ford to Solomon Kamwa. Javelinas up. And great teamwork here by the Javelinas. Looks like they've been playing together for a couple of years, but this team relatively new. And Salter's going to shoot over Wallace. And A&M International is going to get the tip in underneath off the miss.
Just about 6:15 left in the game here. Havalinas see what they do or they want on the other side of the field, on the court.
And Ford thought about it, passed it down to Sakamwa, and Sakamwa is there to easily lay it in. And Banks looks like he's walking a little bit gingerly on the court there as Coach Pete and the Javelinas call a timeout, up 56-30.
Excuse me. Yeah, like we said, the Javelinas, definitely not a team last year. Point-wise, they were trying to rely on their defense. It definitely wasn't carrying them last year. But so far this season, they're putting up points, and they're putting them up, with relative ease. As they, like you said, during that exhibition match to the Division I school, they only lost by a point. They put it up at least 65-plus points in each of their games. So, this is definitely a team that can, if you give them the chance, they can definitely put some points on you.
Yeah, and the Javelinas really quick. They played it really together, and then they have an inside presence along with the nice quick backcourt. So working together. Nice all-around team effort by the Javelinas. Just to remind everybody, the Javelina women are going to be opening up Thursday here. Same time, same website, same court, same announcers. Everybody joining us here Thursday night. The Havalina Broadcast Network brings you Havalina women's basketball. Back to the game. The Javelinas leading 56-30 with about 6 minutes left, and another breakaway. And Sakama is going to get rejected on the way up by Tyree Murray, but he's going to be fouled, and it looks like he's going to go to the line. And we're going to take a media timeout here. We take that media timeout. Remind everybody that Embroidered Me is the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. Embroidered Me for all your embroidery needs, everything from shirts, jackets, to trophies and plaques. Embroidered Me. Located on 1010 South 14th Street, Kingsville, Texas. You can also get them on the phone at 361-592-4700. Again, that's Embroidered Me, the official sponsor of the Havalina Broadcast Network. Under 6 minutes to play. Javelinas have a nice cushion here, and barring something monumental in terms of a collapse, the Javelinas are going to walk away here with their opening home win.
This is definitely the way you want to open your season at home, you know, putting on almost it looks like a clinic against the A&M and Ashland team, who this will be their second consecutive win as they picked up their first win this past weekend. And, you know, this is definitely, you know, bring the crowd out here more, you know, keep winning games. You're going to have more and more fan base in your college. So, I mean, definitely a good game for the Javelinas all around, and defense especially, only holding them to 30 points so far right now for international.
And the Javelinas scored 30 in the first half alone. So Banks trying to put the moves on Murray. He's going to pass it out, and Ford's going to put it up at the top of the key. He's going to miss. And Sakama tried to come down with it. And a rare bad possession there for the Javelinas as Marcus Ford took the shot way early in the shot clock, and not a bad shot, but running out of custom, taking a Schaefer and knocks down a shoe ball. And Ford's going to come out while he is replaced by Reneeman Robinson. They're going to try to pass to Robinson, and Madison's going to find it, and Banks is going to try to crowd and throw it in, but they're going to call him out of bounds. Couldn't save it there. It's going to go back the other way.
You know, even though the Javelinas are, you know, still fighting hard for the ball, as there's a bunch of bodies on the floor, they're trying to get control of that loose ball.
As Coach Pete barking into the referee's ear right now, a little displeased with that last call on Banks on the out of bounds. And Murray's going to try to bank it in and is not going to be able to finish. And Madison's going to get and one opportunity after dropping that one in there. Evan Madison going to go to the line. Foul going to go on Reed Wallace. Going to get charged with his third foul. And Ford and Lassard are going to make an appearance. The Javelinas and Nash and Robinson are going to sit down. Wallace is going to come out with the 3 fouls. He's going to be replaced by Bonds. So the Javelinas making substitutions right now as Madison makes the second free throw. And it's going to be Javelinas by 21, 56-35. 5 minutes to play. Ford's going to get the ball in the fast break. Going to decide to slow it down and regroup. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. And Lassard working on Brito. He's going to go inside, and that was Kamwa driving to the basket. They're going to call a foul on him. Call him for the hit on the arm. And that one's going to go on Madison. That's going to be his third. And that's going to be the 10th team foul for A&M International. Javelinas shooting free throws from here on out.
You know, you got to like, though, even internationally, you know, I kind of see that this game, you know, they see this game not definitely going to go their way. It's probably going to walk out with a loss here. But you got to like, you know, that they're still haven't given up the play yet. You know, they're still playing hard, trying to get any points they can to see if they can carry momentum into the next game.
And sinks those. 57-35. Javelina's up. Under 5 to go. 4:30 left here. Schaefer on the wing, open for 3. Going to be handled by Lassard. Lassard's going to walk it up slowly. Lassard being covered hard by Brito, and Ford's going to take a crack at it, covered by Schaefer. And Javelinas are just going to take their time.
Definitely like the Javelinas playing the shot clock here as they're bringing it almost down all the way down.
Nice little cutout by Schaefer, able to kind of psych out Brito for a half a second. Bond's going to try it. And Ford's going to rebound and corral it. Fresh game clock. It's back at 30. And Banks is going to try his luck against the bigger Brito. And Brito with the height advantage and the arm length advantage. But he's going to steam right past Brito. Going to throw it to Bonds. Bonds trying to throw it down. Comes back out to Banks. He's going to try the 2, fading away. And Bonds is going to rebound. And the Javelinas are going to take control of it again. Fresh clock. 3:30 left to go here in the first half. In the second half, excuse me. So Banks working on Brito. Passes it back to Ford. And the Javelinas being corralled by this really, really tough A&M International defense right now, but the Javelinas just taking their time, trying to get something going.
You definitely see the Javelinas moving the ball right, trying to get the international team tired. Just keep passing the ball, and right now it's going to be working out. They're trying to just kill up the rest of this clock right now so they can go home with a win.
Brito's going to get caught on the hold right now, and the Javelinas are still going to have possession. It's 3 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the game. The Javelinas ahead comfortably, 57-35. So really good signs of things to come for this season. As the Javelinas playing really, really good ball here tonight, and on the verge of clinching their home opening win. Up comfortably by 21. So the Javelina is going to be shooting free throws right now. And Antonio Banks at the line. Banks is going to miss the first one. Javelina's up by 22. 3:11 to go here in the game. Banks nails the second one as he splits them. McLucas finds his way around Banks and he has an easy lane, and Banks couldn't keep up with them as it looks like the ankle is just slowing him down just a little bit, as McLucas is able to take him off as he cut really strong to the basket. Banks is that one taken away from him as Murray's going to get called on the foul, and the Javelinas are going to go back to the line, and so is Banks. We're under 3 minutes to go here, and the fouling game is about to start for A&M International. They're going to try to keep possessions going as the Javelinas not shooting extremely strong right now, as Banks split the last one and missed that one there. Robinson and Brian Schaefer for the Javelinas are going to check in. Schaefer going to see his first playing time of the night. Schaefer, a 6'2" senior guard out of Phoenix, Arizona, transferred out of South Mountain Community College. Javelinas up 22. 59-37, 2:46 left to go in the game. And Javelinas taking that miss, coming the other way. Banks on the fast break, passes it up to Bonds. Bonds lays it in. Bonds gets the easy lay-in. Javelinas up 61-37. Reed's going to go hard to the hole. He's going to get fouled by Robinson. Reed trying to get to the basket, but he's going to get the blocking foul. Abdibushi gonna check in for the Javelinas right now. Bond's going to check out, sit down. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go here in the game. Javelinas up 61-38.
You see the A&M International trying to pick up their defense to try to get a steal, but he wasn't able to control it before he went out of bounds with the ball. So the ball will go back to the Javelinas.
And Schaefer trying to get the ball in. Schaefer making it across the floor. Going to pass it to Omnibushi, and Omnibushi just going to miss the dunk there. But nice pass to Schaefer. Hunter, excuse me. Jordan Hunter by the Javelinas. I was looking at the wrong 11. It was Jordan Hunter. The 5'10 freshman out of Orange Grove, Texas. All district player. 3 years. So we're inside of 2 minutes to go here, and Javelinas ahead comfortably right now by 19. The A&M International has opened up the scoring just a little bit here in the last couple of minutes, but nothing major.
Definitely see A&M International playing tight on the inbound pass for Schaefer as he was. I'm sorry.
I got you a little bit mixed up too.
Yeah.
Number 11 is not Schaefer. It is Jordan Hunter. 11 is Schaefer for the A&M International. I clear that up. And Omnibushi is going to get a attempt on the inside, and they just swarm to him. Looks a little bit frustrated, but he's had his attempts there. And McLucas is going to throw it in. That's going to be easy points there for Javen Reynolds. And the turnover by the Javelinas. And McLucas tried to make it drop, and now there's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go to the Javelinas. So they're going to call the jump ball. Looks like the Javelinas are going to get the possession now.
And you see the A&M International here only down by 17. You know, able to take a little 7-point run here, but it seems to be a little too late as there's only a minute 13 left in the game, and they still find themselves down by double digits. So it just rains a little too late here for the Dust Devils.
Yeah, playing really good here in the last couple of minutes, as you mentioned, but the lead a little bit too much to surmount right now. So I guess they'll be content with just finishing the game strong here. And Havalina is opening it up in the second half. So a little bit of a conversation going down on the floor. There's the referee discussing things with the players. And the ball gets to Hunter, and Hunter's going to throw it ahead to Ford. And the ball's going to be deflected. A&M International gets another turnover again. And Coach Pete looks a little bit disappointed there on the sideline. Murray is going to miss that one. Going to be corralled by Reed. Back out to Murray. And Ford's going to get a piece of that one. It's going to go off Ford and not Schaefer. Ford thinks otherwise, but we're under a minute to go. 49 seconds left. Murray's going to drive in. He's going to shoot over the defender. Hunter's going to pass it out. And Schaefer's going to get the rebound. He's going to go in, but Omnibushi's not going to have any of it. He's going to swat it away. And Javelina's keeping the interior wall of defense up. Javelinas 37 seconds away, getting their first home win of the season. Schaefer's going to miss that first one. (45-61) after that one. 37.7 seconds left to go here in the game. And the press defense has come out, and Banks making it all the way across almost to mid-court before getting pushed off. And nice speed there by Banks, gaining around 3 Dust Devil defenders. 32.5 seconds left here. Banks going to be going to the line as the Javelinas lead by 16.
Yeah, I bet you the coach for the Dust Devils was asking where this defense has been all game as they step it up when it seems kind of useless right now.
A little bit out of hand.
Yeah.
And Banks sings that one. Bond's going to come in as Ford's going to come off the court after a really impressive night for him. A couple of dunks, a couple of clinics, a block here. Good all-around game by Ford. And Banks is going to miss that one. Having a tough night here at the line is Banks. Schaefer going to try to dump it off. And a messy pass there by Schaefer, but they're going to call the jump ball. Possession arrow goes to A&M International, and they're going to get the ball right now. 23 seconds left to go here.
You know, these Dust Devils have a lot of momentum. It looks like, you know, they have the chance to be in any game, but it looks like they're just a little dusty so far early in the season.
A little bit of dust in their eyes. Kept it aggressive at the beginning there. The Havalina was going to get called for the travel. You know, like I said, they did stay aggressive early on. They did match the Javelinas possession for possession, but after a while, you know, the Javelinas just turned it on a little bit. Robert Williams, Marcus Ford, a little bit too much here, and surges for the Dust Devils.
Looks like A&M International hold for the last shot of the game.
McLuke is going to throw it up there. It's going to be rebounded by Hunter, and that's going to be the end of the game as the Javelinas 62, Dust Devils 47 here as the Javelinas open up their season home opener. The Kings will have to court with a 62-47 decision over A&M International Dust Devils. That's it here for the Javelina Broadcast Network. Join us Thursday as the Javelina women's team is going to be in action for their home opener. I'm Mark Molina.
And I'm Colton Williams.
And thank you for joining the Javelina Broadcast Network tonight. Good night, everybody.